Hi, I'm Amanda. Didn't want to start talking too early because, damn, that song and those cinematics are good. So this is my first ever stream. Not really a live stream. Anyway, here's some more cinematics, so I'll try not to talk through that too much because there actually is a little bit of chatter in this. So enjoy!
Great Commander, this way.
So, this is her. Indeed. Put her in custody. Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
So as I was saying, this is my first ever stream, but I can say that this is not my first time playing this game. Anybody that knows me knows that this is actually one of my favorites. I've played through it many, many times. I haven't actually done a replay of it in a while, so this will be my first time in a couple of years, I'd say. This came out year 2000, so I was about 9 years old, maybe, when it first came out. This, I think, is really the game that got me into RPGs. I'm still super obsessed with it at the age of, actually, like, almost turning 29. As this is my first stream, I'm not quite sure, like, where I'm going to go with it. In terms of, like, I mean, as you can see, you can't see me as I'm streaming. I've just got you looking at the screen that I'm looking at. As I get kind of a bit more savvy with stuff, maybe I'll put a screen up with my face. Maybe I won't, who knows. Not really one to kind of read what people are saying as they're saying. I'll try not to click too quickly so that you can kind of see what's going on with them. If you want me to read along with them, just let me know in the comments. I'm obviously open to constructive criticism because this is my first time streaming. But I'm not great with voices. If I'm doing a voice, I normally just end up doing the same voice over and over and over again. As I've played this game a couple of times, I can kind of just like say the gist of what people are saying. But we'll kind of just see how it goes. So, as you saw from the cinematic, shit is going down. Shit is continuing to go down. This dude right here is Dark Feld. He's our main character. Guys are a little bit jumpy. Getting like straight up in my face. And bam. And here we have a dragon, right off the bat. If you think that I'm gonna get my ass kicked, I absolutely would. Thankfully, I don't have to fight this guy yet. I would absolutely die right now. I'm gonna try not to say any spoilers. Like, I'll try to just go along, obviously, with the story as it's going, especially for the people that haven't played this before. There are some things that, like, in my age, I've kind of forgotten, because I haven't played it for a bit. So there might be times where I end up saying something, and I'm like, oops, no, I was completely wrong. Please try not to judge me too harshly. So here we've got Rose. We see her now. As you can tell by her, like, amazing armor, it's pretty clear that we're going to see her again. But she's gonna leave now. We're not gonna see her for a little bit. It's unfortunate. She's quite amazing. And badass. Yeah, you can definitely tell by her armor. The cinematics are amazing in this game, especially considering, obviously, it was for the PlayStation 1. I'm currently playing it on a PlayStation 3. I got it from the PlayStation Store because I have a issue with nostalgia and not being able to let go of the past. So the second I saw this on the PlayStation Store, I absolutely had to buy it, even though I've got the game back home, really. It was 4 discs. It had kind of a cult following, but it wasn't as big, because obviously there was, like, a lot of really big games out at the time. I mean, Final Fantasy was out. Really can't fault the public for buying the crap out of that, and this one kind of being left in the dust. For a lot of people that have played this game, I've noticed that it's really split down the middle. You don't get a lot of people that were kind of like, ooh, meh about this game. They're either die-hard fans, or they're like, didn't really like it, not as good as Final Fantasy, which absolutely fair enough. I'm part of that, like, lost generation. Ooh, now I can actually start. I'm kind of part of that lost generation where I didn't actually play a lot of Final Fantasy as a kid, which, please don't flake me for that. So yeah, this was really the first JRPG that I ever played, and it really got me into RPGs at that time. I honestly think that if I hadn't played this game, in general, I might not be as into video games as I am now. This is really what kind of, like, pushed it over the edge for me. I played the usual stuff, like Crash Bandicoot, Pokemon, Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon was a big one. Back to Nature came out the same year as this, actually. But this one, oh. And here we go, my first battle. Let's see if I can still do this. Hopefully I don't completely humiliate myself. So within the battles, there is a dynamic called additions. So basically, you don't just click attack, and then boom, there you go. You just attack them, and that's the end of. Right now, you don't get to utilize the additions in the way that you really get to going further in the game. I won't get too much into it right now, because that could really kind of reveal some stuff. As you can see, once that square gets closer to the middle, if you don't press it fast enough, or if you press it too fast, it won't turn white. I forget which one is which. There's a trainer later on, just a little bit into the village I'm about to go into, that tells you what color it turns if you're too fast or you're too slow, but it will turn white if you're fast enough. As you can see, I actually did manage to do the additions. Kind of proud of myself. Don't want to get too cocky, because that is the first edition, and they get so much harder. Dart is a stationary character, so you get to have a party of 3, but he is the only one that you cannot change. There are circumstances in which you'll only play as one character, because they'll be doing something in terms of their backstory. and then Dart won't be there, but for the most part, Dart is the only one that you have to play as the entire game. Two of my favorite characters that I almost always put into my party, I don't get until much later. The second disc, actually. As you can see, this poor man is dying because Sandora attacked this village, this tiny little butt-F-nowhere village that has literally nothing to offer. This is the village that Dart grew up in. He's been gone for a while. As you can see, his friend Shauna has been taken. So Dart's freaking out. I mean, understandably. Poor villager. Alright, so I'm just gonna grab this box. Awesome. So you can also use magic items in this. Save points you have to find, so that little beam of light there, just using that, obviously. As you can see right here, I I do have another save file from forever ago. I'm not going to save over that, because I don't quite remember where I was, and I don't know, who knows if I end up picking that one back up later. But won't worry about that too much at the moment. So yeah, we go into here, like there's just the items list. There's not really much to do at this point. I can't really do a lot of dicking around. There's really not much I can choose from. Just another person, which is depressing. Yeah, it's really desiccated. If I go a bit silent, it's mostly just because sometimes I get so consumed with playing a game that I just kind of forget what's going on around me. Cards on the table, I have ADHD, so there will be times where, again, I get super enthralled with the game and then end up going silent. It's something that I'm going to work on and make sure that I try not to do it too often. But then there's also going to be times where I don't shut the F up. I can only apologize for that. I'm going to try my best to be the best streamer, I guess, that I can be. I'm mostly doing this, not just because I want to play this game. I mean, obviously, I definitely want to play this game. I'm long overdue for a replay of this. I've been thinking about it for weeks now, but I wanted to save starting it for starting a stream. The big reason why I wanted to do it is because I feel like this is a horribly underrated game. A lot of my friends have never played it, and I don't know, like I kind of just wanted to get some more videos out there of just of this game, really. Like I've seen other streamers kind of do a bit of this, and it made me really want to do it as well. A lot of people are talking about like doing petitions and stuff to try and get like the sequel or a remake done. I don't know how well any of that's gonna go, but I don't know. Maybe the more people that get into this, and the more people that end up appreciating this game for what it is. I mean, I would play the hell out of a remake. Even like if it came out right after I finished this replay, I'd be all over it. But I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I really don't see that happening. So here we have Commander Dag, and he's my first. I know this is only my second battle. He's kind of, I wouldn't call him a boss because he's pathetic. I'd say maybe like a mini boss because he's definitely more powerful than his little minions there, and little minions that I battled before him as well. So because of that, though, I think I'm going to use a magical item on him. So with the magical items, it's basically you use it. Like, they all have different functions. Some of them will attack more than one person at once. They're all different kind of magic types. So they're fire, wind, water, that sort of thing. So basically, you just click on your target and you press X. Like, your freaking life depends on it. I literally just put the controller down and use my pointer finger to just absolutely go as fast as I can. So I think the best that I've gotten is like just a tiny bit over 200, and that's about as good as it got for me, really. Now let's see. Ooh, yay, he's in the red. I don't want to kill him just yet because I want to get more experience points, and I believe that if I kill him first, the other two are gonna like whip out and run off. So I don't want to take that chance. So I'm just gonna kill these dudes. Oh, of course he uses the healing potion. See, that's on me. That's on me. I really should have just killed the guys first. Oh, and... Ay. Okay, well... The first of many mistakes that I'm sure that I will make. Awfully cheeky. That's me. Oh. Still got loads of health. Hiya! Oh, there we go. Yeah, I really should have just killed those two guys first. That was a huge mistake. Volcano Edition. I am not going to do that yet. Because it's good to max out an edition before you move on to the next one. I don't actually remember why. I don't know if it was just something I did because I'm like a sly completionist. Yeah, I legitimately don't know why I always did it. I know that with a lot of them, there's more games for later. Again, I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to reveal anything about the game for anybody that is watching this that hasn't played it and doesn't appreciate spoilers. God, I love this game. That wasn't already quite clear. And it's just beginning, you guys. You're about to come with me on a grand adventure. So actually, something that I did want to mention that just completely slipped my mind, of course, is that I want to dedicate a lot of these to some members of my family and some of my friends that basically I wouldn't be here either streaming or gaming really, or just like even playing this game in general without some of these people. First off, when I was younger, I'd say I think my first game console, not really a console, the first kind of video games that I owned a see-through purple Game Boy Color. Which obviously I played Pokemon on. But my family all together chipped in to buy me a used PlayStation 1, and my Uncle Mark, being the kind of tech-savvy guy that he is, was able to get a mod chip put into it. I believe it was something that him and my Uncle Keith had done. So a lot of my games, anybody that grew up like fairly like working class, anybody that had a mod chip in their PlayStation, I can probably like vouch for me on this, that owning modded games, it was basically you had like maybe 1 or 2 bought games and the rest of them were just burned. Which is basically how this was. For me, I think the only 2 games that I ever owned that were not burned games were this one and oddly Harvest Moon. I think I owned 2 copies of that. I owned a burned one, and then when that one kind of, I don't know, crapped out on itself, I ended up buying it for real. But this game is the first game that I bought that was an actual, like, I saved up the money and I bought it. And the person that showed this game to me is actually my friend Steve, who I'm gonna send this to, actually. Hope he watches it. But he is the person that got me into this game. Him and I, when we were younger, used to play until, God, like 2 a.m. when we were like 10, 11 years old. Yeah, his favorite was one of the people from later, and mine was one of the people from later as well. So once we got our favorite characters, we always did them. So I would do my characters' additions when we're in battle, and he would do his character's additions, and then we would swap out Dart, or if his cousin was over, or one of our other friends, we would let them do Dart's additions. But it was just, it's so funny how kids can manage to turn a single player game into an activity that 2 kids can do. But I remember the first time I watched him playing this, before I had gotten into it as well, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, this is amazing. And just, I ended up falling in love with it. And then one day my grandmother brought me to EB Games. It's mostly GameStops in Canada now. There's still EB Games around, but GameStop is mostly the big one in Canada now. And I remember she brought me into EB Games. And I spotted it and I was like, Grandma, I have to have this. And yeah, she let me buy it for myself. And I was just ecstatic. So as you can see, Master Tasman is explaining to us the ins and outs of doing an addition. So as I said, he has explained it here. So gray means I've done it too fast, blue means that I was too slow, and white means perfect, which so far I've been okay with. So right now he's going to get me to come at him, not with double slash, but with Volcano. I believe because Volcano has, I think you have to press the X button 3 times instead of just the once with double slash, because with double slash you just full on attack and that's pretty much it. But when you start to have to press the X button more times, if it flashes red, that means the enemy's blocking, and that means that instead of pressing the X button, you have to press the circle button. So let's see. Alright, I'm not horribly rusty. So that's kind of a relief. Let's see. I'm fine now. Let's see if I can do it with counter-attacking. So that's when it's going to come up with the circle. Yeah, sometimes they fight back. So let's see if I can manage to do this with the circle. Because again, it's been a little while, so I'm still a wee bit rusty. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's do this, guys. Fingers crossed. Alright. That was easy enough, thankfully. Again, I don't want to get too cocky about it, because quite frankly, once it starts getting to more complicated additions, I'm going to end up getting knocked on my ass. Just wanted to make sure that I could still do it. Because Volcano may have 3 button hits, but it's still quite a slow addition. Man, oh man. Think, if I'm remembering quite. So there's kind of like a hidden thing in this game called Stardust. And I think there's one around here somewhere. Could be completely wrong. Maybe over here? Wait. Being like, so it's basically, if you get all of them, there's like a secret boss that you can fight. It's like way later in the game. I could have sworn there was one here. Doesn't seem to be. Maybe I'm mistaken, unless it's like down here. I definitely recall it being... Is that why I was sticking around in here? I'm gonna try to keep the mindless chit-chat to a minimum, but again, I apologize, I can go on a tangent sometimes. I'll try to keep it just based on the game. Oh, as you can see, we've got another cutscene. This one's not as good as the cinematics. There'll be cutscenes that have the actual cinematics where it's like the people's voices and stuff. Some of the voice acting is super cringe, but I love it anyway. But then there's also the cutscenes that are like this, where it's basically just the regular game graphics, and instead of voiceovers, of course, it's just normal text. Again, if you would rather most of my chatter be me reading the text, I'm more than happy to do that. The only reason why I haven't started out doing it with this particular video is because of the fact that I'm not great at reading stuff aloud on a screen. Like reading a book to myself, that's perfectly fine. But I do get a stutter if I'm trying to focus reading and talking at the same time. But I can stomach it and work through it if that's something that people would prefer me to do. Again, just let me know in the comments if that's something you prefer I do, to start reading the commentary if you prefer not to like them, because I'm sure it's quite difficult listening to my rambling and trying to read what these people are saying at the same time. So as you can see, we're at Hellena Prison. This is where Dart is headed. So he was told by Klaus, who is Shauna's adopted father, that this is where they brought Shauna. These people kidnapped her, basically. They haven't said why. They haven't told her why. She has no idea why. She's just literally just some adopted innocent child. She has no clue why she's here. No one knows why she's here. The man in the hood has some idea, but Frugal, this big dude with a friggin' pointy ass hat, has no idea. As you can see, he's talking about His Majesty Dole, fairly important character. Basically just saying, don't effing hurt Shauna. Like, keep her, but don't hurt her, essentially. Oh. Frugal does that a lot. Gets angry and just frickin' murders people. And speaking from experience, that is a very low drop. And by experience, I mean like watching him throw other people off the hinge and having to climb up the place. So we're heading to the forest and going through here. That'll take us to Hellena Prison. I don't know if it's Hellena or Hellena. I've never actually heard it out loud. That's one of the things that they don't really talk about in the cinematics. I say Hellena Prison. If anybody knows that it's like Helena, just let me know. I'll try to alter that. Wanna buy something? Yeah, maybe actually we'll check this out. So let's see, what do I have on me? So I've got, I actually got kind of good potions, that's not bad at all. What does this guy got? Okay, he's got no armor, so that's not great. Body purifier. You know what? Yeah, let's have some of those. How much money do I have? Not a heck of a lot. You know what? We'll stick to 3. So I'm sure that I'll probably get some fighting enemies and stuff. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to learn how to use the items. Sorry. I've already figured that out. Healing potion. Yay, another one. So the little arrow above my head, I don't know if you noticed, but it turned from blue to yellow, and now it's red, so that means I'm going to get attacked very, very soon. You can use a charm potion to basically, like, make it so that you don't get attacked so fast. I find that, I mean, I just acquired one, so great. It hasn't worked. I don't use them a lot, mostly because of the fact that I mean, obviously, you get experience when you fight stuff, and I'm not a huge fan of grinding. I do it when I absolutely have to for levels, but I prefer to not have to do it. I would rather just fight as the fights come up, because then it's organic anyway. Here we go. I am low in health. That really sucks. So let's use the healing control guard, shall we? These like really angry. Okay, so some of the names for stuff are actually quite funny in this game. I mean, I remember as like a 9-year-old thinking, "Oh, Assassin Cock, that's hilarious." Okay, I'm back to Double Slash. I was like gearing up ready for Volcano, but I guess I was just using it for training Master Task, and I guess it like changed back. But yeah, so yeah, there will be times when there will be an enemy save, and you're just like, is that for real? Yes, viewer, that is for real. It's an assassin. Fuck. God, I'm so mature. Hey, I got another healing potion. It's like I didn't even use mine. Alright, let's go. So fair warning to you, Dart is the epitome of, like, usual, like, JRPG guy. Like, he can be very, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit broody, a bit dramatic. Like, he's not super bad. He could be worse. I will give him that. He could definitely be worse. Wait, no, I want that box. I'm going back and forth. I always forget which direction to get to that box. I like to try and pick up everything as I go along. I know that it's like, in some cases, it's kind of a waste of time, but I also don't just have the boxes memorized. I know some people are a lot better at that kind of thing. I am not. So every single box that's there could be holding a freaking angel's prayer for all I know, which is not just me trying to be funny, but it's legitimately the word for the healing potion that like brings you back to life. As you can see, I'm being attacked by a cock and a tree, which is also kind of funny in itself. But yeah, this guy is a little bit more difficult. Okay, so I think I took them out pretty quickly last time, so I think I'm just gonna go for this guy first, just get him out of my way, because I don't want this little asshole effing my shit up. It's just you and me, tree. He looks angry for a tree. I didn't even do anything. You'd think I was like lighting fires up in this forest. I'm just walking through, and he's like, got some serious issues. Well, he's gonna be dead soon anyway. We are already 35 minutes in. I'm going to try and keep these. Woo! I leveled up. Okay. We'll come back to that in a second. I just got excited for a second. That didn't really upgrade anything for me. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by myself. God, what the hell was I even saying? I'll remember it at like 3 a.m. in the morning. I have a little memory of him and Shauna. Oh, little kids. That's not really a safe place. Like, look at how deep that chasm is, and these children are just, like, where is their guardian? They got attacked by some sort of wolf thing. We have no idea how they survived. It's not like Dart had a sword back then. Inexplicably lit. Yes, I remember what I was gonna say. Thanks, ADHD. I'm gonna try and keep these videos to about an hour because I don't want to like over saturate your. Like, what? I don't want to oversaturate your brain with the sound of my voice and me playing video games. So I'm gonna keep these to about an hour, and then just see how things go. If people are open to watching more than an hour, again, that's another thing. Just let me know in the comments, really. But otherwise, I'll try to keep them to about an hour, just because I know that there are some people that might end up viewing these videos that, like, any more than that is just, and I can hardly tolerate my own acting voice for a full hour, to be perfectly honest with you. But you've still got another 23 minutes with me. So, let's see. That is an angry mouse that I've just murdered. Big mouse as well. Don't want that in your apartment. This looks like a bad time. Yeah, again, I am, of course, looking for constructive criticism. So if you think that maybe I should go over an hour to get a little bit more gameplay in, a little bit more of the story, that sort of thing, because this game is so large, it feels like not a lot has happened, like, especially right now. I've been playing for, like, nearly 40 minutes, and we're only just getting to the area where we're going to try and save Shauna. A lot of that was obviously me being a little bit slower than usual. Normally I'd be blasting through this, but it's a little bit difficult for me trying to narrate and get through the game at the same time, because normally I'm just sat here silently staring at the television like an inch away. If you haven't already guessed, I wear glasses. I wonder why. So normally I would be a little bit farther. I'm gonna try and focus on that as well, getting a little bit quicker while narrating at the same time. But if it feels like I'm not getting through enough of the story within the hour, then I'll definitely consider making these videos a little bit longer. But for right now, I'm just going to keep it to an hour, just like a good amount of time, I think. I was originally thinking of maybe just doing a half an hour, but clearly that would not have been a good idea. Could you imagine if I'd stopped this like 8 minutes ago? We'd just be in the forest going, okay, this game seems super boring. I assure you, it's a bit of a slow startup. I will tell you that, but I mean, don't a lot of great things have a super slow startup? I can't list any right off the top of my head. Breaking Bad. That, I've never watched it, but I've been told that it has a really slow startup. Fringe does a little bit. Those are both shows. I mean, can't really compare to a video game. Okay, so we are about to friggin' get serious right now. So in here, I'm not going to be like randomly getting attacked. You are going to full on see everybody that I would get attacked by. So I just have to dodge guards or fight them. But a lot of the time, if they catch me, they'll escort me to the front. So I do have to dodge them quite a bit, because only certain ones will fight me and certain ones will just bring me back to the beginning. So right now I need to find where Shauna is and save her. She's got a very, like, girl next door kind of thing going on. Like, her and Dark knew each other for a super long time. Now she's been kidnapped. Now he's gonna go save her life. Prison. If you don't quite see where this could possibly go afterwards, everything that you think you might know about this game from the first 40 minutes of me playing, I can tell you right now, it is probably wrong. Because this game is a mindfuck. There's a bunch of stuff about it that you'll be like, wait a second, what? Blew my tiny little mind as a kid. And there's still, like, little things now that I'll come across and be like, wait, what? How did I miss that? I'm just gonna go back here because I'm pretty sure there's a chest back here, if I'm remembering correctly. Woo! Yes, please. Another magical item. Thank you very much. Alright, so I know, I'm not going to save just yet because I know a little something's going to happen here. Okay, so this automatically has to happen because this fucking merchant's an absolute coward. Like, oh my god, a person walked up from behind me. Oh, that hurts. Bitch. And can anybody else please experience with me the size of this sphere? Like, is that even supposed to be a sphere? He did not stab me with that. He literally bitch slapped me with the end of that. That is how big the end of that sphere is. If anybody knows what type of weapon that's actually supposed to be, please let me know in the comments, because that blows my mind. It looks like a spear to me. It looks like it's supposed to be pointy, but he's slapping me with it, and the end is massive. I don't get it. What is that? It's not a mallet. It doesn't look like a mallet. God, I'm dying already. I'm dying. You know what? Let's guard. I'm going to be a wimp myself right now, and I'm going to guard a couple of times just to get my health up, because when you guard, you get like zero damage done to you, but also you go up by just a little bit of health. It gets more and more, obviously, like the more your health goes up in general. I think it's like a certain percent of it. I could not, like, gun to my head, I could not tell you. I cannot remember. But yeah, guarding is really good in a pinch, especially when you do have 3 party members. You could use the other 2, like if one of them's like just really on the verge, not got a lot of health potions left, and the other 2 are perfectly capable of continuing to fight. I sometimes just, it looks really tedious and super annoying, and it absolutely is. It absolutely is, but it really does do in a pinch. And for right now, because I've got very little gold, and I'm not running out of health potions per se, but I'm a stingy bitch, so I'm just gonna guard. You know what? I'm getting real close to top health, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill him now, because I'm even boring myself. And you're dead. Alright. So, when there's 3 people there, they're all doing that last little, like, final, ooh, victory stance, and, my favorite character, Maru, does the best one, where she puts her hammer up in the air and just falls flat on her face, and it's incredible. She's just a big dope, and I love her so much. Be quiet, I'm not going to kill you. Thinking about it, though, after that friggin' rudeness. I told you I won't make a noise. I want to buy stuff from you. Can you just calm yourself? Well, yeah, actually, I would like to buy something from you. That is the whole reason why I spoke to your bitch ass. Alright, let's see. Angel's Prayer. That would be a good one. Alright, so Angel's Prayer is that item that I told you about. Of course, as you can see right there, revitalizes and recovers half of your hit points. I'm gonna go ahead and buy... Ooh, it's a bit steep. I've only got 90 gold. You know what? We'll buy 2 of those and 1 spark net. Shall we? We'll be stingy today, but I'm gonna save the game again. Another thing to mention, of course, I can say I'm only gonna do an hour until I'm blue in the face, but it might have to be a little bit before an hour, or even just a little bit after, because of the fact, obviously, that I have to find a save point, and I can't just save whenever I want. So there might be some videos that run just a little bit short. I'm gonna try and make sure that they don't run too short. Oh my god, don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught. Da, 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 da. See, those guys, they would get me kicked out. Alright, so there's a dude here. There's a dude here. I just gotta be careful. Okay, and yes! Oh, on the first try as well. Sorry. It's just, I get, like, when I get at the edge of my seat as well, there will be times that I just, like, freak out. I love not fucking up, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Wait, should I have gone up there? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I may have made a mistake. Let's just go back down, guys. Let's just go back down. Let's do this. We'll pretend I didn't do that. I'm not very good at editing, so it's still gonna be in here. You're still gonna watch me make a jolly ass out of myself. That's gonna happen a lot as well. There will be times that I go in the complete opposite direction of what I'm supposed to do, realize halfway there, and then be like, oh god, no. Alright. I know I just saved, but I've made it past like 3 guards, guys. Come on, cut me some slack. Can't go back on all that progress. Oh god, okay. Alright, so that, guys. I wonder if I just... What do I wonder? Maybe I wasn't supposed to go in here. Doink! 50 gold! 50 gold! I think that guy just goes around. Oof! Uh-oh! Oh, that works. Oh, we'll just have to kill him. Keep him quiet. We'll murder this guy. Guys? Big. Fantastic. You'll see me move the camera a lot. This is mostly for my own brain. Doesn't really change much about the attack. As you can see, I cocked it up. Wow, how did I manage to do that? Don't talk and attack, people. Don't do it. Not even once. There we go. Completely lost my train of thought again. Can't believe you're wasting magic on one dude. Yeah, victory dance. Hopefully I can snag that other box before somebody else comes to kick my ass. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get that box, get that box. Get it. Yeah, another Angel's Prayer. Alright, let's get out of here, guys. So, that was pointless other than to get items and money. So, we'll just save now again. Oi! Sometimes if you don't go directly into the light, the game's just like, hey, screw you! Another thing, it does seem like a pain in the ass, especially when so many games these days let you save just whenever you want. It's not too bad, really. It's really just within areas. So, that big long path that I took from the forest to Hellena Prison, you can actually save when you're traveling from one space in the map to another. Like, when you're just, like, on that dotted line road, whatever, whatchamacoozy, you can actually just save there. So that's one of the only places that you can just, like, no little glowy light thing involved. We are about to meet someone who I quite adore. Very excited about it. The monster. So, as you can see, these are the Knights of Basil. These are some of the good guys. Each of the discs has, like, almost something completely different going on. So it's like there's a story going on right now within this first disc. But there's a very big overarching story that is just... There's just a lot more going on that meets the eye. That's all I can tell you right now without messing stuff up. Right now, the big thing is... Whoa! What is that all over? Why is that all wonky? Alright, we'll just roll that. Yes! Here he comes! Lavitz to save the day! Damn right he did! Lavitz is a badass! Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you right now. When I talk about Indel's castle, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So, if I'm not, and you know that I'm not, let me know. But you're gonna have to, like, spell it out phonetically for me. But, for right now, it's Indel's castle. Yeah, go Lavitz. Kick some ass. Oh, very funny, Dart. Look at that. See, and this is what I mean. Lavitz has a proper spear. Look at the end of that thing. That's pointy. It's like kind of like the right shape. Yeah, you don't want to be Lavitz's enemy because he's an ass kicker. Lavitz Slamber. No, we do not have time for instructions. So, short history lesson. We are currently in the, not like country, kind of like continent, I would say, of Serdio. There are two kingdoms in Serdio, the Kingdom of Basil and the Kingdom of Sandora. The Kingdom of Basil is run by King Albert, and the Kingdom of Serdio, not Serdio, Sandora, the Kingdom of Sandora is run by Emperor Dole. Now, if Emperor sounds a bit like scary and Star Warsy to you, there's a good reason for that, because he is a massive asshole. Basically, it was all one kingdom before, and then it got split into two when King Albert's father died. King Dole is Albert's uncle, so like Albert's father's brother, and he was super pissed that he was not next in line to get the throne because Albert was so young, but they had like a lot of faith in him, and I mean, you know, for good reason, because he's actually a really good ruler, and he really cares about his people. I could gush on and on about him. He's a pretty cool dude. But anyway, basically just the area just split into two. So I don't know if it's a continent or just a country. It seems like a whole continent. There's a couple of continents here. There's Serdio, Milcizo, I want to say, Tibroa, the Forbidden Land, and I believe that is it. I believe that the Forbidden Land was the Imperial Gloriano. I cannot remember. Again, I haven't played in a while, so this is all just, it'll be a refresher for me. But for right now, we are at Civil War, and that's kind of the overarching subject of what's currently going on. Dart is kind of a mercenary, not really doing much of anything, and Lavitz is a Knight of Basil, so he is one of the good guys. And him and Dart are just like the ultimate romance. I mean, right now they're just kind of but eventually their friendship flourishes, and that's as far as I'm gonna go, because, you know, that's already kind of a spoiler in and of itself, isn't it? I just love them. I do, you guys. I just love them very much. Poor Lavitz. He had to watch some of his men die. Alright. Gonna have to keep looking, man. And here's Lavitz being a fucking top guy. Like, yeah, he is supposed to go back to the council, but you know what? You guys just met, and he's already a bro. Smart and bro. Bless you, Lavitz. This good dude. Now we shall do this together. Lavitz is quite a good character. As you can see, I was able to do his addition without too much difficulty. Oh, that's sad. And also sad that I came in here to look at a little skeleton person and there wasn't anything good for it. Just depressing. Just depressing for no reason. Okay, so... Run! Run, you bastard! Now, what's in here? Ooh! I'll talk to people sometimes as well. It seems kind of pointless, but sometimes you can get stuff from them. They don't always add a lot to the story. But I also can find this. Yeah, see, there you go, like... They're just giving me little game hints. But I didn't really necessarily need to know that, because I've already got a pretty good idea of what needs to be done here. Alright, and boom. Run, run, run! 20 gold! Doesn't seem like a lot, but this early in the game it really is. Aww. Frugal is massive. He looks like just a rhinoceros man. He's very scary. Everyone is. Whoa, run! I think, oh yes, okay. So I do have to come back out here. Alright, so that was where I'm at Lavitz. Then I've got to... There we go! Yep! Okay. Just gotta kill this guy. And then once I'm done that, I think I'm going to go down and save the game. And that'll be it for us for tonight. Let's do this, Lavitz. Hiya! We did it, Lavitz! Alright. So now we've got access to another elevator. I guess you'd just call it a lift, really, because elevator makes it seem like it's a lot more technical. Mostly just a rope. Alright, let's save the game, guys. Alright. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my very first stream. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. I'll see you guys again. I'm gonna try and do at least once a week. If I end up doing more, it's really just because I've not got a lot going on, but if I only end up doing one a week, I apologize. Again, if you can give me constructive criticism, this is my first time. There's a lot of things that I really would like to do. I'm not overly technical, so this is like my first time doing it. I'm still figuring everything out. I only just figured out how to get my mic to work recently, to be perfectly honest with you. But I want to thank you again for watching this whole stream, for getting this far. I assure you, this game just gets so much more interesting. So if it hasn't kind of drug you like kicking and screaming in yet, I can assure you that it absolutely will. I'm going to play through this entire game for all of the streams, and I'll kind of see what I feel like playing after this one is done, but this one's definitely going to be like a long undertaking, because again, it is 4 discs, and as you can see, I've been playing for like an hour, And, I mean, I've barely even scratched the surface of this thing. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!